So Leaflit is a far-right VTuber, okay, has a far-right audience. Lots of people argue that she is not far-right or whatever the fuck, okay? But I've covered her enough to the point where people know who she is, okay? But yeah, she makes a lot of asmongold like reaction videos. I consider her to be a part of like the pro asmongold crowd. Like it's an entire territory, okay? Let's just put it like that, okay? Not far right, by the way. Uh-huh. Okay, anyway. And the doctor says like just appears out of nowhere. Okay, thanks. Okay, let's go.
Don't give a... This is another California video.
Oh right, yeah. So we're gonna be covering the LA takeover, the LA shit, okay? After this, just mainly because we have to balance out the the right-wing propaganda points, okay? That Decoy Voice is gonna be saying. So, yeah.
LA takeover.
Just because
I'm from Los Angeles.
World doesn't mean it isn't still in America, living under President Trump's
Yeah, that's exactly how we wear hats in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Suspected ICE raids begin all across Los Angeles.
Over the Home Depot.
Oh my God. You guys know, like, this was that on South Park where they had like you would go to a Home Depot and then there would be like a bunch of Mexicans there? That's actually real. I don't know if that's real where you guys are from, but in Los Angeles, that's definitely real. Where like if you go to a Home Depot in Los Angeles, there's a bunch of like Mexicans that you can pick up. Like you literally like you just wave them down and you pick them up and you can hire them for the day to like do stuff for you. Yeah.
I've probably lived in California for most of my life. I have been to Home Depot multiple times. But I can confirm that this is not a thing. Yeah, I don't know what else to say here. It's not a thing.
That's real. It's
Yeah.
real in Texas too, man. Dang. Yeah, that's like a thing. All right. Yeah, a nationwide they're called day laborers. I see.
Leaflet or whatever their name must be a grifter. These talk like they are 8. Leaflet is like 40. Like, I'm not even joking. Leaflet is like 30 to 40, okay? Like mid-30s, all right? But Leaflet also has like a VTuber lolly avatar, talks in a very kid-like voice. All in all, it just seems as though like Leaflet just never had a childhood, so she's trying to compensate for it by having like this weird online existence where everybody simps for like an old woman. So when in reality, it's like, yeah, it's just very weird, very bizarre existence, okay?
Yeah.
Wilshire Boulevard. Just moments ago, officers from ICE were out here. That's
where some of them were joint operations,
man.
including the feds and the DEA.
In LA, there is reporting that these are ICE raids being carried out right near a clothing store.
But just like in Minneapolis, Reddit started...
What did she say about Home Depots? She said that you can, in California, okay, in Los Angeles at the very least, okay, maybe it's different in Los Angeles, who the fuck knows, okay, but you can go to Los Angeles, to Home Depot, and there's a bunch of Mexicans you could just hire for cheap labor for the day or something.
Summoning local residents, even posting images and addresses of where the agents were staging their raids.
This is true? Okay, I'll take your word for it. Yep.
So while left-wing Twitch is under the...
But all I'm gonna say is that in the Californian Home Depots that I have been to, this is not a thing, okay? Alright, maybe it's because I've only been to 1 or 2 Home Depots ever in my life, alright? But, you know.
The microscope for allowing open supported terror.
But I literally live in, like, a very Latino-heavy, Mexican-heavy, Asian-heavy, non-white area, yeah.
I can't imagine Reddit won't see a similar fate in the future.
I like his hat.
As a Citizen app shows us, the feds moving in to another location in downtown LA. What started as a small response from anybody nearby prompted a much larger mob with everybody rushing in with their cameras.
Oh man.
As this isn't so much about stopping the raids, but getting their social media moment.
Have you guys ever seen those videos where there'll be like a really bad thing happening? Like
Okay,
a person is like stuck on something or a person's like getting hurt, and then there's just a person.
To be honest, Foodshops, I doubt you have ever gone to a Home Depot and paid attention. To be fair, that's probably true, okay? I remember the reasons why I go to Home Depot is probably because actually the parts that I actually visit at Home Depot is probably twofold, okay? Number one, I go to the light section because I like basking in the incandescent light and just like doing the praise the sun posture like in the middle of the lights aisle. And number two, all right, and number two, going to the plant section in order to find where the Venus flytraps are, so then I can just stare at them and go like, wow, Venus flytraps, okay? But
Person
you know,
filming it, they're like not even helping. They're
That's
just
me.
filming the person being hurt. It's actually like this is like that basically. Like they just want to like take pictures and stuff. They don't actually. What would you have them do? Rush ice? No. I don't mean in this. I wasn't sorry. Fair enough. I wasn't talking about this situation in terms of like I was just I was a tangent basically. It was me like looking at what's going on here and then tangenting to like a completely different phenomenon, but it's just similar because everybody pulling out their phones, right?
Asian thing? Mhm.
Get all the ICE agents without their face masks on. Look at this.
You know what it kind of feels like? It kind of feels like a lot of these like anti-woke VTuber, YouTuber people are like, how do I put it? All right. They say they are anti-riots, okay? They say they're pro-free speech, but it feels as though they're actually anti-protesting. They're anti-nonviolent protesting, okay? And I'll tell you why, all right? If a protest ever gets big enough, there will always be violence. Always. If any protest gets big enough, there will always be at least one opportunist who is going around looting stores. Obviously, that's not okay. However, then it kind of feels as though that any right-winger or far right-winger or whatever the fuck, they will always paint the entire movement as the looters only, when there's only like 10 people who are doing that in the protest that is sufficiently large enough, okay? Where you have like 900 protesters and you have like 10 people who are opportunists, and then right-wingers will just create YouTube channels like these and go like, see these 10 looters? That's the entire 910 protesters. So again, this is part of the misinformation campaign that they're all on, all right? And they know this because they have to go through protest footage in order to find the few clips or the few whatever the fuck that is like violent and looting and whatever the fuck, right? So again, just keep that in mind when you see these channels like spread this kind of stuff around, because yeah, that's it.
Black devil.
Don't touch it!
Hey, don't touch our people.
Don't touch it! ¿Cómo te pides, compa?
In this case, there was a lot of violence. In this specific protest, actually, no, most of it was actually peaceful. So no, I don't know why you're
Dude,
saying
that's like
this.
an actual airsoft shield.
Doctor says, I have seen police shoot rubber bullets at reporters and at people just simply trying to go home, okay? If that's not an escalation of violence, I don't know what is, okay? Where you have peaceful people wanting to go home or reporting the news and they're getting shot at by rubber bullets, okay? If anything, if you're trying to aggravate the crowd, then congratulations, you have done it, okay? So this is why, like, in my opinion, you can't just, like, see these anti-SJW footage and just pretend as if it's only the protesters that are trying to do this, when there are clearly trigger-happy cops around, running around, trying to be cringe, okay? There is violence, yeah, but when people think of violence, they only think of the protester side, right? I'm not saying who did, yeah, but that's kind of dishonest, right? Because when you say, oh, these are violent protests, usually people are not thinking of the law enforcement that is doing the violence. People are typically thinking it's the protesters that are doing the violence. So, which is why, in my opinion, okay, you gotta be careful, all right?
So no wonder the feds came
Oh my
in well
God.
equipped.
This guy even has like the wire cut. The wire cut.
I think she was ignoring me. I read it, okay? I just simply did not respond, okay?
Man,
I still love
Now,
you.
there
okay?
were rumors that the business owner blocked in the feds, but at the
doxing is suddenly okay, says Dantron. Doxing has always been okay for them. For like the people. Oh, you mean wait?
And by the way, there is evidence to show, yeah, there is solid evidence to show that these anti-SJWs are actually against the protests as a whole, okay? Like against protesting as a whole. Asmongold has said again, okay, to protesters who are just simply trying to advocate for their cause, all right, who are not actually being violent, who are just singing and being cringe, okay? Because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of protesters are going to actually be cringe, okay? Like you can't change that fact, okay? But the thing is that when Asmongold says something along the lines of, yeah, I support making evidence, I support framing these protesters, I support trying to find some frivolous charges in order to detain them and send them to El Salvador, he is full-throatedly saying, yeah, it doesn't matter whether or not they're doing something good or not. It doesn't matter whether or not they're doing something legal. Detain them under a law that is incredibly vague, that you don't even know exists, or you can make up charges and just lie in order to detain them, in order to lock them up, and in order to send them to El Salvador. Okay? So I have heard this. All right. So the thing is it cannot be denied. All right.
Wait, what are you talking about? You're talking about these people?
This is like people will be mask on, and then they will be mask off on stream. Okay. All right. But they tried their best to be mask on, but nobody can really put on their mask forever. Okay. Eventually, it does slip a little.
Should be doxed.
And in Asmongold's case, it slips all the way. All right.
At very
I don't
least,
think it's
the
good
mob blocked
in
them in.
general.
You know, I think they're just trying to get the rest of the agents out. This is mostly FBI at this point. And now it's just a matter of the remainder of the investigators and agents to leave.
They're trying to dox ICE agents. Okay, so when you said like, is doxing is okay now? They've always been for doxing. Like the people that would do this, a lot of them are like they're okay with it.
Dude, libs of TikTok would dox somebody every day or every other day. So I don't know why she's saying this, but okay. Like, oh, they're okay with doxing. Yeah, your side too, dude.
As long as it's like people that are on the bad side, basically.
The location.
So, Carlos,
you,
you
Ron
mentioned
Costello. Thank
ATF
you.
agents, but you also said Homeland
love
Security.
doxing and swatting.
We saw ICE agents, you said, but they have mostly focused on just the one building ambiance, correct? And now, as they leave, we're starting to see more tear gas, and it looks like fireworks. So the crowd is continuing to engage with the officers who are very methodical.
It's like I said, a lot of them are inherently violent because they can't. Their ideas.
Is this alternate reality Foodshops? If she grew up in Los Angeles and is currently pushing 50, then yeah, this is another alternate version of me. Yes. I do recall she is also Asian, so yes.
They cannot discuss their ideas with other people because it doesn't hold up at all.
Starting to leave the area.
And after making arrests, they finally drove off, but one guy got run over.
Here we are. We're in the middle of the street here. You can see one person trying to stand right in front of this SUV here, but he's going to. It's just such a dangerous situation here, and it's really not going to do him any good to be standing there and possibly get ran over by agents. So here they are. They're on 9th Street now. The crowd is running alongside with these vehicles, and I pretty much guarantee that this SUV is not going to stop. Someone's like,
wow.
All right, let me widen out here.
Then moved aside.
Oh, we got ran
and
over.
then immediately took off, and we watched these agents almost as if it was a chase. They got together in the caravan, and we watched as those.
She's probably from one of them richer Asian families, probably never faced anything hard in her life. You know what's the funniest thing is that she claims to be incredibly impoverished when she was little, okay? To the point where she has to find $2 steak dinners when she was back then, all right? Which is like, look, I'm not saying she's lying, okay? But I'm just saying she was farming like poverty achievement sympathy points, all right, from her audience. It's just incredibly pathetic.
Agencies or those 3 vans went to the Roybal federal building.
By the way, it turns out that place did exist. Okay, it turns out the place she's talking about does in fact exist and has had $2 dinners before. But when? 1980s, 1970s. So that brings into question, how old is she? If she remembers that from the 1970s, 1980s. And how old does she present herself as on YouTube? Makes you think, doesn't it?
Where they took the people that they
Man,
That was 100% his fault, as the van gave him every opportunity to get out of their way. But that so-called protester forgot they weren't dealing with these soft-on-crime, castrated local coppers. These were feds.
Oh yeah, you know what's the funniest thing about Leaflet? She claims to be anti-degeneracy. You can't make this up. She claims to be anti-degeneracy, dude. Oh my, the lolly VTuber claims to be anti-degeneracy. Dude.
As the citizens were super
It was 1990s, not 1970s. Don't you read the 1960s?
upset at the LAPD assisting in crowd control.
Why are you collaborating with ICE? Come on, why are you collaborating with ICE?
So the Los Angeles police chief put out a statement saying, "We will not assist or participate in any..."
well, okay, so here's the thing though, is I don't really
I should make a Leaflet playlist. You know, I think I cover her often enough to the point where I can make like a playlist that somebody can just binge. All right. All the times in which Leaflet and I have gone back and forth and all the times I've covered her, but
I think so. I'm trying to. So if you're in the situation of the driver of that car, you can't really stop because like once you stop, then they're gonna swarm your car, right? So it's like he kind of had to keep going. But I don't know if he had I don't think he had a choice really. I mean, it could have been a very dangerous situation for him. He didn't know.
for the record, I do support running people over with your car, okay? If they ever block your way, okay? Fuck that.
Right? You never know.
Why don't you ask her to call into the stream and to debate her? Multiple people from my audience has said to her, why don't you call Foodshops? And she has said explicitly no. So, even though she covers me, all right, what does that mean? Some people are just simply afraid of confrontation, okay?
No, you never know in these cases. You just kind of go off of like what is happening. If somebody is trying to like impede your freedom of movement, you don't know if they have bad intentions, right?
of the mass portations.
No, that's not what I meant. Like, that's not what I meant. Tozito. Like, basically, if he stops the car, then he's gonna get swarmed by other people. So it's like he had no choice but to continue like pressure going forward.
Do it directly? Why would I do that? I've got no reason to even talk to her. Like, what do you even talk to her about? Like, oh wow, yeah, you fucking suck. You're just a grifter. You're a 40-year-old, you're a 50-year-old like virgin who, you know, plays a lolly VTuber online, right? Like what would you even talk about? But you know what? I'd totally be free to open to talk to her anytime. I've been like that the entire time, you know?
And then the person wouldn't get out, and then he eventually like tripped. I'm assuming like what happened was he had a movement error, and then he fell, and then once he went prone, he got hit by the car. Basically, is my guess.
Which makes sense, since they work for Mayor Karen Bass, who also said she is deeply angered by this, as these tactics.
I don't want anybody like advocating for violence. I'm not a fan of that. Only in self.
How bad are her opinions overall? She barely even has opinions, right? That's also part of the problem, right? A lot of her a lot of her so-called opinions are just her going like, oh wow, and then her just giving like the most like baseline asmongold-esque. Like I would say like if you ever seen asmongold react to Trump or asmongold react to any of that, like that's the way that she goes off reacting to these kinds of things.
Self-defense.
No terror in our community.
Self-defense is very based. Definitely defend yourself.
Using your tax dollars to put her office in close coordination with immigrant rights organizations.
We are going to fight for all Angelinos.
Just to explain, if you say stuff like that in chat, like you're gonna get you might get banned by Twitch, and then you might get us in trouble as well. So that's the reason why.
Regardless of when.
Bro, and she's on Twitch. She streams on Twitch. Like, oh my god, I have to like watch my language and shit, bro.
When they got here, whether they have papers or not, we are a city of immigrants, and this impacts hundreds of thousands of Angelenos.
She just said the quiet part loud, as a conservative estimate of undocumented in Los Angeles is over 800,000. So no wonder she's gonna cater to that specific community, as more businesses and citizens just like myself are leaving Los Angeles. So of course she's gonna support them.
He says when Leaflet is seriously gonna do a little timeout. Well, it's okay, so I think I understand like what they mean, and that I don't think it's serious and like the thing is like even like a joke can be taken poorly, because remember we're on twitch.tv, right?
As their long-term goal was always to grant them amnesty. So sadly, I imagine she'll even allow them to riot tonight with little to zero repercussions. And make sure you're subscribed to this channel to see that follow-up footage. As basically every liberal city...
Wait, did they riot at night? Did they really? LA riot. Oh my gosh. LAPD issues dispersal order amid ICE protests.
You're seeing this, with Chicago witnessing similar arrests.
Shame on you! Get the out of Chicago!
Dude, I promise you the deployment of federal troops into LA has only galvanized people even more. Californians in my Discord server are literally talking about rallying to go out and protest just because of the federal deployment, okay? It's not even like at this point it has gone beyond just protesting against ICE, because they wouldn't have gone out if it was just a protest against ICE, all right? Like, again, the entire point is that military deployment on American civilians, people are just not okay with that, okay? That's it.
With similar protests.
You know what I think needs to happen? I think people, well, no, ideally they would just do something about this, but maybe people need to counter protest and just like basically form a line between them so that the police can do their job. Maybe. I don't know.
Dude, okay, that sounds like a recipe for disaster, but okay.
Damn, that guy had a freaking fat pepper ball gun. This is a freaking like a pepper ball gun. It's a paintball gun, basically.
Why are you wearing a mask? Why?
Dress up as freaking...
Look, I don't know what to tell you guys, okay? She's kind of retarded, okay? I hope Foods isn't mad at... Wait, Loki, no, stop. I'm not mad at you. I wasn't even... No, I'm not... Why? Why'd you think like that, okay? Loki, you're fine, alright? Jesus. Kinda? Yeah, listen, I'm just trying to be nicer these days, okay? Listen, I'm trying to go back to my nice arc, okay? You seem sad? I'm not... Okay, wait, why do people always think my low-key mode is sad? Okay, stop, I'm not sad. Okay, Jesus, fuck, okay, die, alright? Bro! Okay, I'm just like... I'm not sad, okay? Jesus. What the fuck? I'm just being like, I'm being chilling. I'm in my chilling mode right now. Shops is depressed, guys. She needs a hug. I am depressed, but I'm not like sad right now. Okay, what the fuck?
In Crusaders and make a shield.
Oh as their city aldermen show support for the protests.
Like full-on Crusader, like armor.
Show your anger towards Leaf. But yeah, but it's like getting mad at a child. Like what am I supposed to say here? Oh, Leaflet, don't you get it? Maybe counter-protesters forming a line will just, like, make the matter worse, maybe? And, like, they would never do that because they wouldn't ever put their lives in danger over, like, anybody, because Republicans don't care about anybody but themselves. Like, what am I supposed to say?
Okay. And, like, the helmet.
We saw here today masked individuals. These are people are known...
Dude, I bet if someone started that, a bunch of dudes would sign up for that. If they all did it in uniforms, they had like the tabards and everything, and they had the shields, like the painted shields, people would totally do it. People would totally join that.
Law enforcement?
And get their fucking,
Because I can only imagine what you were like your villain arc. Like you were like what I was like during my super villain arc. Pretty unhinged, okay? Pretty unhinged, okay?
They can get their ancient army LARPing going on.
These are masked individuals. These are Proud Boys. Don't show their faces. They're kidnapping people. And here in Chicago, we are saying no to the fascist.
Look, this is a sleepy girl stream right now, okay? All right. I'm just a, you know, fucking, I'm being chilling girl right now, okay? Lo-fi and chill, all right? Lo-fi protest and chill, okay?
This dictator who's kidnapping people.
He just compared federal agents to the Proud Boys, but honestly, that was.
Is it that different though? Like, can we just be honest for a second? Like, can we just like not like, can we just like be kind of straight up right now? So Proud Boys operate outside of the law. ICE also operates outside of the law. Okay, so where exactly is the wrong comparison?
Wasn't even the worst analogy, as over in Boston, they were arresting some pretty terrible individuals.
Yep.
ICE then arrested this Salvadoran illegal alien, who was previously convicted of child. He was deported in 2017 after he went to prison and illegally re-entered the U.S. He was found living right next to this children's playground.
But what did Boston's Mayor Wu say?
I don't know of any police department that routinely...
It's like, is there always going to be at least a few that are genuine criminals? Like, yeah, of course, right? But there's a lot of people who are arrested who are just arrested on the spot for no fucking... Like, there's a body cam, not a body cam, but like there's reports out there of ICE like arresting people just because they were there in the moment, in the present, because they were brown and they were present, okay? And they're like, oh, we're not supposed to arrest that person. Let's just arrest them anyway. Like, what the... What? What? Like, literally, that's what they said. Oh, hey, we're not supposed to arrest this kid. Oh, let's arrest them anyway. What? What? Like, really? Like... You know what Ben Franklin said? Okay, it's better 100 guilty men go free than let one innocent man get captured wrongfully, detained wrongfully, okay? If only we listened to our founding fathers, okay?
Wears masks. We know that there are other groups that routinely wear masks.
They probably wear masks to protect their identity because these people will dox them and threaten their families. That's probably why. Because they know that people are crazy enough that they'll go after their children. So it's not an issue of them being like unproud of it. It's more an issue of them being like, we have to protect, like, you know, you want to protect your kid. It's like if you're a father and you have like, you know, you have children that go to school, you don't want any retaliation against them. So, you know, you protect your identity for those reasons because they're willing to do that. Like a lot of these people are willing to like actually do that kind of thing.
NSC 131 routinely wears masks.
Mayor, just to clarify, are you comparing ICE, you said, to NSC 131, the neo-Nazi group? Are you comparing them to a neo-Nazi group?
What I said is that Boston police and no police department that I know of at the local level routinely wears masks.
I love the Boston Celtics, but she's probably one of...
Julio says, I met a security guard in a supermarket near me. The guy was fully covered. He told me it was because...
Julio Asian. Is that you, Dr. Says? Julio Asian.
He would catch people and later they would gang up on him and beat him. He's been attacked multiple times and even... Yeah, basically. Yep.
The most evil individuals out there, as she's the mayor that segregated her Christmas party.
What are you hiding, Leaflet? You don't understand, okay? If Leaflet ever does a face reveal, okay? People are gonna go after Leaflet's kids, okay? You don't get it.
But when it was accidentally leaked out, she didn't apologize for excluding the whites. She apologized for accidentally sending out that email.
Wait, did we watch this? I swear I like heard of this story. Like I vaguely remember the story. Did we watch it?
Then still holding that party. The disgusting part being...
It's asmongold with a pitch shifter, dude.
...is she has...
Do you guys want to watch it after this?
...white kids.
No.
So she doesn't mind perpetuating a world that would discriminate against her own family, all because it makes her a better Democrat. But now I'm getting sidetracked. The point being, we just saw Los
Extra points to whoever finds Leaflet's AO3 account, okay?
Angeles, Chicago, Minneapolis, and Boston all put preference in protecting certain individuals over American citizens. But why exactly do all these Democrats do this?
Why are you shipping these immigrants up north? We need them to pick the crops down.
Guys, this is so unfair. I'm gonna complain about something, okay, guys? I'm gonna complain. Why do these people have a monopoly on the northern climate? Like, it's so irritating. Like, why? Like, I want to live in a place where I have like beautiful mushrooms and it's cold and it snows and I could get like mushrooms all the time. They have like huge flushes of chanterelles and porcinis and matsutake and morels. All of those places are controlled by these people. Why is it the case? I guess I could go to Montana. You want to know the problem with Montana? So actually, me and my mom, we're gonna move to Idaho and, you know, eat lots of potatoes. But the reason we didn't move to Idaho is because there's no Asian food in Idaho. It's like, but where are we gonna buy Asian food? Good point.
Down here.
What immigrants do?
I can make it through this video, okay? We're 14 minutes in. 14 minutes in. Wait, we're only 14 minutes in? Oh, fuck. Okay, alright.
For this country, or the fact that we are a country of
Guys, how do you put up with her? Alright, people who watch Leaflet, how do you put up with her, dude?
immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough. If we don't have.
Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on.
Need them to pick the crops down here.
Same way we put up with you. Don't you dare compare me with Leaflet, okay? Don't you dare. Alright.
What immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. We done picking cotton.
Leaflet is Japanese? No, everyone who presents themselves as anime or Japanese online is not Japanese, okay? All the Japanese people don't actually put anything Japanese in their online profiles, alright? Everyone who puts Japanese... Listen, okay, whatever.
I told you guys I'm not racist. I told you I'm not racist.
We are. You can't pay us enough. If we don't have our...
The black girl in the Leaflet sounds kind of dumb, though. Dude, it's so easy to find and cherry pick, like, clips of people being cringe on the left, okay? But they'll never show you a reasonable and balanced digestion of information that will actually make you think otherwise, alright? Remember, you can go to anywhere to find anything. It is not hard, okay?
People to come here legally to work or to build a home here. I'm going to be really crude right now. We're not going to have anybody around to wipe our asses because we don't have enough people.
These people are like, dude, they're like chaotic evil. They're chaotic evil, guys. This is unreal.
When these people tell you...
Wait, so this is chaotic evil, but dressing up as Ash Ketchum to an immigrant catching ice raid is not chaotic evil?
Who they are, believe them. From picking crops to picking cotton and now wiping bottoms, they literally see them as nothing more than a shiny new lower class to exploit. And that will never make the front page of Reddit or even the mainstream news media, just like how CNN reports the Maryland man mistakenly deported has now been returned to the US, conveniently bearing the fact that he's back to face charges for
is he actually back?
Trafficking kids.
Wait, who said that? CNN? Oh.
Conveniently bearing the fact that he's back.
Man, Decoy, this video is fucking rough, man.
Ash Ketchum comment was to the guy who is getting deported for child abuse charges in his country, though. No, I'm pretty sure Asmongold was talking about migrants in general. And second of all, even if that person was a child predator, you shouldn't be making entertainment funnies out of catching pedophiles, okay? Arresting is a serious business. You should take it seriously. It's probably not good to make any kind of entertainment out of it in that sense. It is degrading, it is dehumanizing, and it's not good. Or to make light of the justice system like that, okay? I can't believe I have to explain this for the 50th time, but here we are.
This is
To face charges for trafficking kids. It's literally like wartime propaganda, but it's not America fighting some other country. It's everybody that's America first versus the establishment that puts Americans last. Boston's Mayor Wu continues to fail the Celtic City, as apparently she held a Electeds of Color holiday party, but accidentally sent it to the white officials. Now obviously she got slammed for dreaming of a non-white Christmas, but in her response, she just doubled down.
People understand that it was truly just an honest mistake that went out in typing the email field, and I look forward to celebrating with everyone at the holiday parties that we will have besides this one as well. So,
as apparently the party still happened, but I guess it makes sense because going after whites is pretty on brand for her.
I'm getting used to dealing with problems that are expensive, disruptive, and white. I'm talking
on a St. Patrick's Day breakfast. Did you guys know that, like, they were really racist against...
Bro, I'm gonna be totally honest, okay? White people are actually kind of annoying at times, alright? Listen, I kind of share the sentiment. Okay, alright, that's enough.
Irish people back in the day.
Probably cringe to
Isn't
say.
that fucking hilarious? They did a whole joke about it on a show called Another Period. There's a joke in it where, like, they're doing like a talent show, and then basically the crowd was like boo, like this is boring, and then they're like, okay, the only thing we have to do now is we have to bust out the McFace, and then so they basically like they like put like shit on their head to like look like they have red hair, and they started acting like a freaking idiot on screen, and like they were singing a song that was like racist against Irish people. Did you guys see that? Oh my god, dude. And it was like a joke about like it was like a blackface joke, but then they did like Irish face instead. Oh dude, if we were on Kick right now, we could have totally watched it. Historically,
You know what I kind of feel like? I kind of feel like you know that meme with the awkward person going like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And then, you know, it's like Leaflit in the corner, and then the person is like, yeah. where is that meme? Fuck. Yeah, comic meme. Yeah, hey little man. Yep. This is how I feel about Leaflet. Okay. Hey little man, how's it going?
Protester! It reminds me of that one time where, you know, obviously, like, when I want to live in the North, I can't believe all the lefties and liberals live in the North. Why would they so then I can go and, like, farm mushrooms and, like, whatever? Why? It's so unfair.
Yeah. Just...
Irish people got completely hated on, and now they're just lumped in with like everyone else now. Like, oh, you're white, you're the racist ones, when like everybody else was racist to Irish people. It's actually, dude, this is peak comedy. It's peak comedy that you have like this woman specifically like saying that during the St. Patrick's Day breakfast about how things are white. Yeah, it was Italians too and Polish people.
But I guess
it was, yeah, Italians, Irish people, and Polish people, but the Irish people got it particularly bad.
Makes sense because going after whites is pretty on brand for her.
I'm getting used to dealing with problems that are expensive, disruptive, and white. I'm talking about snowflakes. Snowflakes. I mean snowstorm snowflakes.
Wait, did she actually make a mistake there, or was she doing an in Minecraft thing? Did she just throw like a in Minecraft thing at the end?
And white. I'm talking about snowflakes. Snowflakes. I mean snowstorm snowflakes.
As Shoe-on-Head posted on Twitter, pointing out the...
I can't finish this video. Nah, I know. Okay, there's only 6 minutes left, but I can't finish this video. I can't do it. It's just... I'm like this close to calling the suicide hotline, okay? It's for my own mental health. I'm doing self-care. I'm against self-harm. I will do positive affirmations for myself, all right? I will take care of myself. I have to heal, okay? I have to heal. I have to heal, all right? Look, the point of that segment was to show you guys that there are some people on YouTube